Hi, and welcome to my North End. We've got a great guest today, a North End OG, Alissa Passacantilli. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been a while till we got our schedules, but I made it.
Oh, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked.
Of course. Yeah, even though some people think maybe you're not cool enough to be on a podcast.
Yeah, I know, my kids, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
it's no Rogan, but we'll get there.
this is like just below Rogan.
Yeah.
So you are born and raised in the North End.
I am. Fifth generation.
Fifth generation.
Yes.
Okay, because I knew it was more than one, but
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my great grandparents, is that what it would be? Yeah, so my parents were born here, obviously. Everyone but my dad's mom, she was from Sicily. She
Wow.
actually is born in Sicily and then came here.
Okay.
But yeah, both sides, my mom's mom and dad born here, as were their parents. So, yeah, so I'm fifth, and my brothers, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like kind of all we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It is what it is. This is our hood.
It's our home.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I knew it was several generations, but fifth, that's like, I don't know, you might have everybody beat.
Oh, I don't know. There's a like I say, we're a dying breed, but there's a lot of us still lurking around. Like my dad lived on the same block, the last block of Hanover Street, until 61. He finally moved out of that one block, and they moved out of the North End, and they're back now. But he literally lived on the same block basically his whole life.
Wow. Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up on Hanover Street, like the last block, going past going towards a Coast Guard base, past the fire station.
Yeah.
And my brother, I have two older brothers. My brother Steven is still in the building.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so my parents bought it in '78, right after I was born, and it was 3 units, and they always rented it out. We lived in one, and so we still own some of it. You know what I mean? So he's still there with his family. So it's nice. 406 is how we refer to it. It's the address. But yeah, it was amazing. And my dad's one of 6, and his family grew up a couple buildings down on Hanover Street, going again towards a Coast Guard base. And my grandfather, his dad, owned a bar called the Blue Front. And
Where was that?
It's right after the Waterfront Laundry. It's a condo now.
Okay.
And then there's that little alley. It's called Four Fountain Place, right before like Johnny and Gino's.
Yeah.
Or across from like St. Agrippina. It was a storefront. It's now again a condo, and it was called the Blue Front. And like they all lived above it, or in the building next door. 6 boys, and my grandfather had the restaurant, and my dad bought like I said, he bought the building a couple doors over after I was born, and lived there. But the majority, that's where we were all raised.
Yeah.
Besides us going to college, we always lived in the North End.
That's awesome.
Or in Boston, at least, yeah.
I didn't realize you had 2 brothers.
Yeah, so Daniel is my oldest. He's, what am I just made 48. He's 52. Steven just made 50. I think you know Steven. He's the one who still lives in the North End.
Oh, he's the best, yeah.
Yeah. And then my older brother, Danny. Yeah, so there's the 3 of us. So, yeah. So we were always on that block. And then as we grew up, got married, whatnot, Daniel moved out, but we're still here.
Yeah.
And my parents are down back on Commercial Street, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, I see your mom all the time.
I know, everyone sees her. She's coming and going, always walking around, Lorraine. Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, no, it's great. And
Yeah.
her mom lived on Richmond Street when we were growing up, so we were always there, like after school while my parents were. It was just it was a neighborhood,
Yeah.
And there's still, like I said, there's still some families still here that have grandparents here, or they, and it's great. I love it. Like even the block I'm on now in Salem Street, which is like, it's funny because I'm like, that's a whole other, like leaving Hanover Street. When I got married and went to like North Margin, I'm like, that's the other end. Like we don't mingle with these people,
Yes.
No offense, my Endicott people, but no, we just it's a different like layout. Walking to work was like a different route. It's so funny. And everyone says that. Believe me, I have friends like older women who have moved. They're like, I'm not used to walking like this way or going. It's just so weird. Even though it's a small neighborhood, it's just we're our routine.
Yeah. Well, everybody everyone who's come on who grew up in the North End and was kind of a part of like the golden age. They always said Hanover is the dividing line.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my parents always say it too. Like my mom she grew up actually on Prince Street, but then right above Limoncello is where she ended up like growing up. She has one sister.
Okay, so she was on the other side of Hanover.
Yeah, so I always joke. I'm like, how did you meet Dad?
How did
you guys meet Dad? And because she said like their generation, now they're in their 70s, like there were so many kids, and it was like you just hung on the street corners. I'm sure you heard the stories, and like, not that there was beefs necessarily, but like you really didn't have to walk down and hang out with anyone on North Street, or like down on Endicott Street, you hung on Hanover Street, or there's the guys who hung in the Prado, and it's just so funny when you hear their stories. And my generation, there's so little, there's not many of us left. Like there's like a gap. There's a lot of kids now, but like my generation, like the 40s, like mid 40s, and even like late 30s, there weren't a lot of us, so we all just congregated, in like we call it the St. Anthony's Playground, which is where the Nazaro Center is.
Yeah. Or
we'd all like hang out at the White Hen, which is now the 7-Eleven.
Right.
The corner. Or the Flights, the Gassy, which is now the dog park.
Yeah, that's
and those
different.
are like, there was whatever we had, whatever teens there were, we all hung out. It was like.
Yeah, no matter where you lived.
Yeah, it
Because
didn't
there's
matter
less of you.
At that point, yeah.
I think there's less Gen X than any generation alive.
Yeah, is Gen X like is that mine?
Yeah, that's,
okay.
That's you.
I can't keep up with that. Yeah, there's less of. So you said there's less of us.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but no, I can't imagine not growing up down here.
Yeah.
Even
though I didn't. Like I think when it's because I grew up in Framingham. I could easily imagine growing up in a similar suburb. I'm like, I'm sure that's the same basic thing, but this is so unique.
Oh yeah, no, people are like, you live there? I'm like, yeah, born and raised. Like what? I'm like, yeah.
Like people live there.
Yeah, I remember walking behind like tourists one day, and they're like looking up, they're like, oh my God, people live here. I'm like, yes, this is the neighborhood. It's not just like it's not just Walt Disney. Walking down the street, they look up, and I'm like, yeah, those are actually apartments.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, I can't imagine. And everyone that knows you live, they're like, oh my God, there's good and bad. It's a catch-22. Some days I love it. Some days I'm like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, some days you just want to like not put yourself together and walk down the street, but that's impossible.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I roll out of bed. You see me. I'm always like.
I think you always look good.
Yeah, I'm like just barely surviving with these two kids. But yeah, no, it is. No, you walk. You can't. There's no hiding around here. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Even when I was younger, now I was at 406 and my cousins were at 408.
Okay.
My cousin Paul and Lisa, and they're like, I remember their landlord Bamonte would always sit outside. He was an older guy, loved him. But like I would leave or I'd come home from school, whatever. He's like, oh, your mother just went out, or your mother, like everyone knew where everyone was. You know what I mean? It's like you couldn't even get away with anything if you tried,
Right.
Which was good. And even now I tell my kids, I'm like, people know me. People know who you are. Just because you don't know them, don't think you can get away with anything. I'll get calls and be like, your son was on his bike with no helmet. I'm like, I know.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll never forget this. One day,
his eyes everywhere.
Yeah. Well, one day, because we live close together, one of them I think had done something. I don't know what. Somebody had called you, and they were trying to deny it because like you weren't there, and you were like, well, then I wouldn't have gotten that call. But I had a lot of respect for it because I don't know. Like I think a lot of parents in this day and age would be like, oh well, not my kid. Like,
I'm always
you're
like, what'd he
wrong.
do? Poor thing. They're probably like, it wasn't nice. It wasn't always. They're not always at fault, but
yeah, of course.
No.
But yeah, like you didn't care that I was walking by. You're like, nope.
Yeah, there's no filter on Alissa, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, I love that they're city kids.
Yeah.
It's very different. Like it's like my parents say, it's different when I was growing up, and now it's for them. It's, they think they know it all, and they can go around the neighborhood, but it's just not the same because we don't have this. There's not as many people that know them per se. You know what I mean, or know me, but. It's still a very welcoming community. It's safe. You know that. You've been here a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it here. Besides some days, like I said, the traffic and the Ubers and
the Amazon delivery drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I don't order things from Amazon.
No, I know. It drives me nuts. But, you're in the city. There's going to be noise. There's going to be traffic. There's going to be construction. And there's always someone that's going to complain. But whatever.
Yeah. I find it exciting. There's always something going on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Every day. And I live on the first floor, so where
Right.
I mean, I hear it all. I mean, I can have my windows cracked, and I'm like, full-blown conversations I can hear. My kids, my youngest is across the street at school, so there's always the kids coming and going for recess. It's cute. It's like even today, I'm off on Wednesdays, and I went out literally with a hot grilled cheese to drop off at school, and he was coming out going to the upper school down over here, and literally handed it to him. I was
That's
like, here
awesome.
you go. Yeah.
Like, where else does that even happen?
No, I
know.
I know. They don't know how good they have it.
Yeah.
They just expect it, these kids.
So, your parents, what did they do for work?
My dad is retired. He was a chief probation officer, juvenile probation officer at Suffolk, the court here, and then he was the chief up in Essex County, which is like Lawrence, Salem, Lynn, Newburyport. He retired. My son's 12. Like it was like literally the year 12 years ago, and now he does consulting for Roca, which is out of Chelsea.
Okay.
And they help men, and I think women too, transition out of prison into like the workforce and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He goes to prisons, visits inmates, talks to them. Yeah, my dad's the best. He likes to help everyone. He does.
That's really nice.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's like my North Star. He's like the one you go to for some sound advice. He always, like, even if it's, not what you want to hear.
Right.
He always can guide you. He was always like the one, schoolwork and he always he was great. He's still great. And Lorraine, my mother, she worked for the city most of like my childhood, and she retired, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago or whatever it was. She worked at like the election department, neighborhood services, public works, so we've been very involved with the city, like we know, and then my brother Stephen was up there for a while.
I was going to say, is that how he got into it?
Yeah, and funny you asked, because my mom's side, my grandfather, Freddie Langone, was a city councilor for 22 years. So that's how and he was a lawyer as well. So we were always, at least my brothers more so, were always like around, like my brother Daniel was like, there's pictures of him, like he was in City Hall all the time. He actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was acting mayor for a minute when, was it White? When when they leave the country, they have to have an acting mayor.
It was him.
But he was like, for 22 years, he was city councilor. But his parents, his mom and dad were also in politics. His grandfather was the first Italian-American Italian senator elected. So our family, for like the Langone side, is very political. The Little League Park, Clementina, is named after my mom's grandmother.
Oh yeah, no, she was featured in a My North End episode with the women.
Yes. Someone sent me the link before, I think, the episode about like the women's history. Like it was like one of the, I forget where it was, but it was
all over. Really,
it was cool. I was like, oh my God, she helped immigrants come over and help them become citizens and get them work. I mean, she was, for a woman back then, that was like, she had a good role. She wasn't just like a stay-at-home mom raising her kids. But so politics has been, I'm not a big fan of politics, but they've been involved in our family for a long time. And they still, like Stephen ran for a city councilor a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He worked for Mayor Walsh as well. Then he worked for Sal Mattina was our city councilor, like before Coletta and before Edwards. So he's been up there for like 20 years doing his thing. Now he's in corporate stuff.
Yeah.
So
he says that you'll never run again.
No, I wouldn't want to be in politics this day and age. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's just a different world. Like when I grew up, I knew all the city councilors. Like we knew who they were. It was like a respected position. Now you see what's in the news now. It's craziness. But
things have definitely changed.
Yeah, the world's changing. It's,
Yeah.
It's not what I'm used to. It's not what we're used to, I guess.
Yeah. My North End, the podcast, is brought to you by Wildflower Hair Studio. Located at 215 Hanover Street on the second floor, they offer expert haircuts, coloring, styling, and makeup services for every day and every occasion. Whether you're looking for a fresh new look or just a trim, their experienced team delivers personalized care and attention to detail. Victoria and Cole are the absolute best. They'll have you looking flawless, and as a bonus, they have one of the best people watching spots in the entire North End. Planning your wedding? Wildflower specializes in custom bridal hair and makeup with on- and off-site services across New England. Bridal packages include trial sessions and day of styling for brides, bridesmaids, and family members, ensuring everyone looks their best. Book your appointment or consultation at wildflowerhairstudio.com and experience the difference at Wildflower. The show is brought to you by Looks by Layza. Layza is an absolutely incredible makeup artist here in the Boston area with over 7 years of experience. Her work has been featured in People Magazine, Boston Magazine, Style Me Pretty, Boston Man Magazine, and more. Layza specializes in bridal, commercial, editorial, and personal branding. And I can personally attest that she's basically a miracle worker. My own co-host wife didn't even recognize me at first from the one show I did where I was a complete amateur. I wore no makeup. And then when I got it done, she said that I looked more like myself on camera. So if you ever need makeup done for any occasion, Layza is simply the best. So go to looksbylayza.com to schedule your appointment today. My North End, the podcast, is brought to you by Boston Botox. Boston Botox might be in Southie, but this amazing med spa was founded and is owned by our very own Dave Gomes, the lead physician's assistant. Boston Botox offers personalized aesthetic care with expert injectables, Botox, derma fillers, and Sculptra, plus advanced treatments like Morpheus 8 microneedling, Lumecca photofacial, laser hair removal, hydrofacial, and IV hydration. Each treatment is tailored by their skilled, board-certified team, expert injectors, a physician assistant, and registered nurses, focused on natural, refreshed results. Go to bostonbotox.com to book your free consultation, then relax with a bespoke plan designed just for you. That's Boston, BEAUTOX.com. Boston Botox, where care meets confidence. And to say, like, I don't know, some people, like, friends of mine who are not a part of the North End and they hear the stories, they're like, the North End is frozen in time.
Yeah. Or they're always like, oh, you guys, you know, they always bring up like, oh, the mafia. And I'm like, that's so annoying because it's like, no, not all Italian Americans are, you know, organized crime. Or they're like, oh, where do you eat? You know, it's always like that and like the restaurants and like that's all, like they forget. I'm like, this is still a neighborhood. Like, we function every day. People live here and raising families and having, you know, small businesses that we have here, which are amazing. So
this is like the small business capital of
I love it.
Like probably New England, honestly.
No, it's great. And you can now, I mean, even again, to like quote my parents, like Salem Street where I am, like back when they were growing up, it was all the butchers on that street. And now we only have one butcher. You know what I mean? You know, we never had these big boxes, you know, like big chain, like CVS's, 7-Eleven.
I know we only have one like real chain, and it is the CVS. I'll go on record and say that is the worst CVS in the entire world. I would rather get something on Amazon and wait 3 days than walk in there and get it now.
No, everything's locked up. It's just, it's awful. But, you know, we had like the Green Cross Pharmacy, you know, and then I remember they were trying to open a Dunkin' Donuts and on my block when we were younger. And my dad, like, we fought that. It was like, we have all these coffee shops. We need a Dunkin' Donuts. Like, you know?
Well, it's, you know what? This has come up with, like, pretty much everybody I've talked to on this show. When they wanted to put in the Starbucks.
Yeah, that was a big to-do.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have been, like, the end of the world. But it's like, yeah, we don't want Dunkin' Donuts. And meanwhile, that whole plaza is, like, still empty. Because they wanted to put it right on, like, the Greenway over there. But it's just not what you want to see walking into North End. Like, that's the Starbucks, really? You know what I mean? That's not a representation of our neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, and then they were
have
trying
one on
to,
commercial.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, but we'll do like a mural, you know, to outer Italian culture.
I know. People, I know.
The only thing worse than suggesting that would have been to not suggest it, I think.
I know.
Yeah, that was short-lived. But also, like, there's a Starbucks on Atlantic Avenue. A bunch of people go there.
Yeah, it's fine. On the outskirts.
Yeah.
Leave everything there. Yeah, you know what I mean?
The waterfront.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the waterfront. It's the North End.
Yeah, the North End / waterfront.
Yeah, they want to be like the waterfront when it's convenient. But it's still, like, again, back in the day, that was ghost town. Like, you wouldn't come down. That's where all the warehouses were. And, like, you pulled in to, like, you know, the ships came in or the boats came in. And then I remember my mother said, like, we weren't allowed to go on our bikes down there or walk down there. Like Fulton Street and all that.
Okay, when you were a kid still? Even?
Yeah, not me, my parents.
Your parents, okay.
Yeah, because now it's obviously beautiful condos and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just funny when, like, gentrification came around in this neighborhood, like all of a sudden, like that zip code is now like, oh, we're on the waterfront. I'm
It
like,
became
all
the
right,
waterfront, yeah.
take it easy. You're in the North End.
You're still in the North End.
But no, it's yeah. So Starbucks is fine, whatever. I mean, we don't need a Dunkin' Donuts. Sorry.
We do not. And
I mean, they could put one on Atlantic Ave or somewhere on the outskirts, but like we have
there is one
shops.
on Atlantic Atlantic Ave.
Yeah, I mean, there's one Faneuil Hall.
Yeah.
Two in Causeway, two in North Station.
Oh, you're right.
Dunkin's, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so CVS annoys me, but listen, I mean, it's convenient.
Yeah.
Even the 7-Eleven annoys me, you know.
I love that 7-Eleven. On the flip side, I think that's 7-Eleven.
Oh, it's a thorn. All the parents, they sell
Why?
such shit. Because there's all crap
the
there,
kids.
and all the kids do is buy this junk, and like, you know, whatever. I mean, whatever. But I mean, when we were younger, it was like the White Hen. They sold like cold cuts, sandwiches. It was like more of a convenience store, like grocery store. Now it's just, you know, listen, there's a demographic for it. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, things have changed since growing up down here for sure.
Yeah.
Even the feasts have changed. I mean, I'm in the St. Anthony's Club. You see this place on St. Anthony's weekend. This place is nuts.
Yes.
Now I'm in here doing a podcast. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's still traditions that we try to hold on to, and you know, as people are dying, it's sad because if their families aren't involved, they kind of die with it. You know what
Yes.
I mean? But there is a good resurgence of families that do still come back, and you know, I see my friends drive in like because their parents still live here. You know, they still like their kids could go to school here, or they do the summer camps or the after school. You know, they're still here, but it's different.
Yeah, well, they're a part of the community. My hope is that like once they raise their kids, like they'll come back here.
Yeah, well, if they can afford it.
Right.
I mean, it's insane. It's nuts. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm just like looking at, you know, the picture, the feast behind you.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's great. But we had feasts from like June through August when we were younger.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just the 3, 4, you know, so it's just changed.
We got San Gennaro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Frank was just over here, and he told me, this is like breaking news, St. Joseph's is making a comeback.
Yes. Riese is a town in Sicily my grandmother's from.
No kidding.
My Nana, yeah. So we always had like open house or that weekend for St. Joseph's because it was great. Like family comes back in town, you know. So that's great to hear.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to bring back, the open houses.
Yeah, people would climb 3 flights to go to my house, 4 flights to go.
Well, yeah, I don't have a lot of room, but like,
no, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. It's like a big street, street block party.
It still is. I mean, I know it's different,
100%.
but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, the weekends are great down here. My kids can't wait. Like, they love the feast. Like, they can't wait for the weekends to come.
Well, Natalie, she really does it up right. She's like because that's probably how everybody used to be, and she's still going strong.
100%. God bless her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And St. Anthony is like her pride and joy.
Yeah.
She loves that guy. Yeah, she does an amazing job. She puts a spread out. I mean, there's strangers that come in that house. She's made friends, just people showing up.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? She invites everyone up. I mean, you've been there.
Yeah.
You see how it is.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah. No, it's a fun time. Not just anything like the fishermen's. Like my family now does Madonna della Cava.
Yes.
That's my brothers.
Yep.
My cousins. And that's great too. But you know, you have to just keep membership up. It costs money. You know? To get sponsors, you have to get the vendors. And then, you know, if it rains, no one makes money, you know? So it's a chance you take. You kind of have to gamble on, you're all in for the feast every weekend. You just like, it is, you know, just pray you get good weather and, you know, make some money.
Right. I'll give the societies a lot of credit because a lot of the guys in it, not all of them live in the North End, but it's just very important to them. It's like a part of their lives.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are members now that like, they're not North End people, but they're like friends of friends. And now I see with like Madonna della Cava, I'm like, there's guys from out of town, but they're all friends. So it's like, it's just another event to socialize.
Yeah.
But it's it's great. Raise some money. And again, keeping the tradition alive in the neighborhood because once it's gone, it's, you know.
Yeah.
unless the kids are gonna, their children are gonna keep doing it, it's hard.
Right. Well, I love how they have most of the societies now. They'll do like a parade for the
little
kids.
Yeah, that's so cute. I know. I love it. St. Agrippina, I think, started that. It's great. They have like the miniature.
Yeah.
Like the statue. The kids do like their own little tug of war. I remember my sons were doing it. I know Fishman's does it now. And then Friday night of the feet of St. Anthony's, my kids, they carry like the banner, and they don't have like a miniature. I don't think they do a miniature St. Anthony, but the kids do are heavily involved. The flags or the banners, and they march on the Friday night. Throughout the weekend, they have like this parades all weekend long. So, yeah, that's so sweet. And it's good to introduce them, to the culture and to the traditions.
Yeah, so they can prepare to carry the real one around all day.
100%.
I
see kids now that are now carrying, and I'm like, oh my God, like 5 years ago, they were the little kids, So,
right.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what were some of the things you're into, growing up here?
So the North End, we had so many places to go after school. Like we had the North End Union, which is on Parmenter Street, which is now like Teatro condos across from the library. That's like after school, I went to Latin school, and then I would get off the train and we'd just go and meet there.
Okay.
All my friends, wherever we went to school. And it was just like an after school program, pottery, hanging out, listening to music, playing pool, watching TV, cooking. And then as you got older, you kind of graduated to the Nazaro, we called it the bathhouse.
Okay.
So it was always a bathhouse. And there was the teen lounge on the second floor, which was I remember we just sit the couches, there's a pool table, there's a gym upstairs. We'd watch MTV, and but it was awesome because we all just hung out, and they just parents have to worry about. They were working.
Yeah.
Got home in time for supper and did your homework, and that's it. And then we just hung out. My friends, like I said, I went to Latin school, and a lot of my friends were from High Park, West Roxbury,
right.
Rosendale, and not that I didn't drink in high school, but they were already drinking and stuff early, and I'm like. We're walking through Faneuil Hall. We're walking the Freedom Trail. We were just probably menaces. But we weren't we were always busy. There was so much action down here. Like you said, even back then was even crazier. And we were always entertaining ourselves. You know what I mean? Not having cake parties you have to do in the suburbs or other neighborhoods. We were just roaming around. I remember we'd make excuses. Just we'd go out. We'd go to church on Saturday at 5 just to go out early. Then go sit in the St. Anthony's playground, just hang out, city kids. And then eventually we, they'd have field trips. We went skiing, the Nazaro Center would send, do all these things with us. And then we were old enough, we started working. I was a lifeguard down the pool every summer in high school.
The Mirabella pool?
Yeah. Yep. And then.
Was that your first job?
That I babysat and stuff. Yeah, but that was my first, city. No, I did green shirts, which was the cleaning the streets, the summer job.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. For a year, and then you have to be 16 to be a lifeguard.
Okay.
So I got certified, and every summer I did that, even through college. And then I would also, I was a host at Antico and in Antico Forno in Taramia.
Oh,
so
no
I would
kidding.
go to work at the pool, and then I'd go there. It was great, making cash, and then you hang out and meet your friends up the street. You know what I mean? It was great.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, most of my friends, they all worked in restaurants,
Right.
And you got a city job, and that was just par for the course. And then you just, went to school, went to college, and then now we're adults.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Latin school, then I went to, I ended up graduating from ASU, Arizona State, but I went to UMass Amherst my freshman year.
Okay.
UMass Boston my sophomore year, and then I transferred as a junior out to ASU.
All right, was that the first time you'd ever really I guess
left.
Amherst is you'd left, but
yeah. I mean, we traveled as kids and stuff. My family always went away and stuff, but away from home, yeah. And that was, but thing is, my cousin Paul, who lived next door to us, growing up, he's my brother. He was out there already, so I had him, and then there was a couple people that were from. The sort of Boston and so I met a lot of people through him when I got there, so I wasn't completely alone.
Right.
So, but it was great. I mean, I wish I went for the 4 years because it was a great experience.
Yeah. What made you want to go all the way out there?
I always wanted to go away.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Maryland. I didn't get in.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just wanted. We went and visited, and I just liked the schools down there. And So I was like, I got to get out of here. Because I'm like, I knew I'd always come back.
Okay. But you wanted to just try something else.
Yeah, I just wanted to, never know if I was going to come back, but I was like, I figured I would.
Right.
Just being so close to my family, I just.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went out there and I'm like, why not? If you don't like it, come home. That's what I tell my nieces now. Like, go try school. If it doesn't work, you can transfer.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have to sign. You're not stuck anywhere,
Yeah, I think people always forget that.
Yeah. I mean, I went to 3 colleges.
Right.
Well,
now, like, college athletes, because it's, like, basically, it's, like, a pro team. So they just transfer, like, used to have to sit in the portal or whatever for, like, a year. But now, like, they just get more money. They just go.
Yeah.
So.
I don't blame them.
Like, yeah, they'll go to 4 schools in 4 years and nobody cares.
I know. But, no, it was great. I mean, it was great to go away. I met a lot of people, and I still have friendships and get to travel and see them. So it's great, spread your wings a little.
Are they all over?
Yeah, California, New York, Chicago. Yeah. Even my high school friends, a lot of them, aren't in Mass anymore.
Right.
So.
Was that the first time you really, because, like, you're at Boston Latin, that's in a different part of the city. Is that the first time you really got to meet people who, like, are outside of the North End?
Yeah, well, I went to St. John's until 1st grade.
Okay.
Me and Daniel stayed the whole 8 years, till 8th grade. And then me and Steve, my mom took us out, and we went to a parochial school in Newton.
Okay.
So from 2nd grade to 6th grade, I was in Newton.
Oh, okay. So you were
I got
exposed
a little taste.
To a different life. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. There was a couple of families from the North End that actually went there.
Okay.
So we carpooled, and then I went to Latin school. But yeah, that's when that's a huge school. I met kids from all over the city, which is great because now I drive around the city. I'm like, like Southie and like I know the areas. I'm like, oh my God, we did this. Everything's changed because of construction and development. But I know the city like, not necessarily the back of my hand, but pretty good now.
Yeah.
Especially like West Rock. Like my best friend's in West Roxbury, so I know West Roxbury pretty well. And there's some kids who's like never even been to West Roxbury. They're like, that's the other side of the world, and it is. Yeah. But it's still part of the city. It's still a neighborhood. Yeah.
It's a Boston zip code. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, so it was, that was the first time I was exposed to a group, like a huge amount of, just seeing the amount of kids that like live within our city.
Yeah.
Because even down the pool, like kids came in, we had camps came and a lot of the lifeguards as we got older, like they were from like Southie or Charlestown. Like when I started, it was all like North End kids, teens working. And then, as we got older, like, it's just everyone was, whoever was a lifeguard, you can work anywhere for the city. So, yeah, it was good. It was, Latin was a great experience, great exposure to so many things, like academia and like just different types of people and like just learning about different neighborhoods in the city. So
is that the track your kids are on now? Like you want to try and duplicate that?
Yeah, I would love because it's free tuition. I don't have to pay, but they changed the whole way of getting in now. It's not just an exam. You can just take an exam and get in. They changed it a ton. It's now like tier and your zip code and social. It's kind of upside down right now. So I know, but you never know. I have a 12-year-old 6th grader, and then my youngest is 9. He'll be 10 in July, so he's in 4th grade. So my oldest is going to be going to Malden Catholic come September, which is where my brothers went for high school, but they're opening middle school. So, yeah, I'm excited for that for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, he'll have that experience because he's been here, like at the Elliott his whole life, right?
Yeah, he's like, I need a change. I'm like, okay, you're 12. But, it'll be good at a smaller school, Catholic base,
Yeah.
It's boys and girls, but it's not like co-ed. It's like everything's still separate.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I always thought Malden Catholic was only boys.
No, they just started about, I think maybe 5 years ago now. They added the girls.
Okay.
So, so he's excited. Some of his hockey friends are going.
That's awesome.
Some of his friends are going from Elliott, and some of his hockey friends, like I said, Charlestown kids are going. So he'll know some people there.
Yeah.
Just change. I get it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
The show is brought to you by Antico Forno. One of Yelp's top 100 pizza spots in 2024, Antico Forno's wood-fired Neapolitan pizza lives up to the hype and then some. Since 1996, Antico Forno has been known for its traditional dishes made with the freshest ingredients in a cozy, family-friendly atmosphere. Located on Salem Street, this neighborhood classic is perfect for all occasions. Owned and operated by an amazing family who's called the North End home for generations, Antico Forno is truly an authentic Italian experience. Book your reservation today at anticofornoboston.com or just stop in and see them over on Salem Street. They'll take care of you. They're the best. The show is brought to you by the Golden Goose Market, or the Goose as it's known here in the North End. It's truly a neighborhood grocery store. From hard-to-find wines to everyday products, the Golden Goose has you covered. The proprietor, Steve DeAngelis, and his friendly and caring staff take pride in stocking the freshest fruits and vegetables, the highest quality meats and seafood, and a diverse selection of specialty items. You can visit them 7 days a week at 179 Commercial Street, and you can also order online at goldengoosemarket.com. They make local deliveries, and I swear they come to somebody's rescue just about every single day. Stop in and see them today. My North End, the podcast, is brought to you by Good Taste Records. Recently named by Boston Globe as one of the best record stores in Boston, although I think they're best of all. Good Taste Records is a one-of-a-kind vinyl shop tucked in the North End of Boston, owned and carefully curated by a husband and wife team who are passionate and knowledgeable. Every record in the shop is hand-selected with hard-to-find pressings from every era, and there's even a listening room so you can hear the music before you take it home. Looking for something you've never seen before? Whether you're a lifelong collector or just getting started, Good Taste Records is the place. Go visit them at 4 Thatcher Street and find yourself something truly unique. So what's it like raising kids in the North End today? Because it's different, obviously.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, I haven't, like I said, he's 10. I mean, I have people stop me, they're like, "You're kids." I'm like, "What?" They're like, even at opening day down at the Little League Park last week, they're like, "They're such city kids. They're like riding their bikes in the middle of Hanover Street."
I always see them with their scooters, yeah.
I'm like, I know. Mother of the Year, who has a helmet on, who doesn't have a helmet on.
Well, no, they're great kids. And
but
they
know, I mean,
yeah.
I love it. I mean, it's different because, like, you know, it's crazy out there. Like, my mother's always yelling, like, "There's crazy people. You don't know where they're going." I'm like, luckily you can track them all now, you know.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But still, that doesn't mean anything. But, like, you know, they can go the Greenway and, like, they drive around. It's hysterical. They walk out. You know, my kid was, especially during COVID, it was nuts. I mean, we were so lucky that we were in the neighborhood, like, in the North End, I feel, because my kids were out every day.
Good.
I mean, for the most part. And because I was like, I can't, there was, you know, first grade and kindergarten, and it was awful.
Right.
But it was like we were in the neighborhood. It was like we can just go outside and, like, take a walk, and it wasn't like you had to worry about going in the car or driving anywhere. So they got, like, kind of exposed early on, like, to this, like, independence, because I'd be like, yeah, I'm working. I'm like, yeah, go the Gassy or go the Nazaro and, like, run around. And even now, you know, I'm like, if you go to, like, my friends in, like, Newton or wherever, they're like, their son doesn't just walk out of the house and go up the street, even at 12, or, you know, or have a phone, which that's another, you know.
Oh God. Okay, so what's it like?
It's the worst thing.
What's the appropriate age to get a kid a cell phone? I'm just asking because I don't
think
know.
12.
Okay.
I mean, maybe 11. Mind you, my 9.5-year-old has one right now. It's hard because it's like, it's also different. Like, you know, I'm separated, so, like, they're at their dad's and stuff. So, like, I need.
Well, yeah, like logistically, yeah.
But still, like, the world. I'm not the first person to, like, they don't need to have technically a phone, but it's just good to track them. And we were just, like, again, we were just talking down at, like, Little League, another parent. It's like, that's how they socialize, these kids now. Like, that's how they like meet up. Everything's, which is awful, but yet, like, this is, again, the way of the world, like, we're in now. It's like everything is, you know, not the social media aspect of it for the kids, because it's terrible.
Well, it's terrible for adults.
It's awful.
Like, other than to update my North End, I really try and stay off it.
No, I just took off poison. My Instagram and, like, Facebook app off the phone. I mean,
God bless you.
You can still search it. I'm just saying, like, it's not, like, it's right there. Because I tell them, I'm like, they're like, you're on your phone. I'm like, I didn't have it at 10. Like, we're older. Like, my brain's developed. It's just so different. But, yeah. And then you just see them, like, all these kids, they're on their phones. But raising them, it's a challenge. Because they just like, all right, I'm going out the street. I'm like, what do you mean? Where are you going? You're 9 and 12 or whatever. Where are you guys going? But it's adorable. Like they all, because I'm on the first floor, across from the school. Like my house is like the spot. Who rings the bell? They're in and out. I love it
With
because
their friends?
Like, oh my God, there's like at the times there's like 5 kids downstairs.
That's
2,
awesome.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's fine until they make a mess and just like leave. But I'm like, I'd rather them here than God knows where. But they meet me at a house and home, and then they go on their way. Especially when it's nice. They go the gassy. They rollerblade. They ride their bikes. They, go play basketball. I mean, there's plenty to do in that
There's
sense.
so much to do, yeah.
And even now, like Paolo, like he'll go over the bridge after school, like on his bike, or just walk over with his friends from school, and he goes and hangs in Charlestown, which is like, my mother was like, he's on the bridge. I'm like, I know, but that's like, and then they walk home. Listen, I go to work. I'm a single mom. This is like, they're fine as long as I know he's home when he's supposed to be, and let's hope for the best.
No, I think that's good for
No, they're
kids,
independents too, but I mean, then they think they can just do whatever they want because,
Right.
they're getting a little too much freedom, and they're like, I'm gonna be out till like 9:30. I'm like, oh, take it easy. No, you'll be home. But no, especially in the summer, it's great. Like when they were younger, we'd all like the parents would just like sit in the playground and sit in the gassy and like get Regina, and we'll hang out. The kids can run around, and we'll just hang out and socialize. Now they're older, we don't have to like babysit them in a sense, like sit there and watch them. So
does that feel like more freeing for you? Or you
it is, but it's also like
that?
then the phone doesn't stop ringing like 1,500 times, like from them calling me or whatever, and now especially with like the feast, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the feast. I'm like, you're not going by yourself, like the St. Anthony's feast. I'm like, it's a shit show down there. You can't just walk around. I'm like, you can go to Nana's house and like wait there, but you're not like, oh, I'm gonna stay out till like 11 o'clock. I'm like, they get this, so they get too much freedom that it's hard to get it back.
Yeah.
And rein it in when they're like, well, you make me do it all, during the week, and now like during the weekends. I'm like, yeah, no.
St. Anthony's a whole different thing.
Oh, all the feasts. I'm like, it's crazy. It's unnecessary for them to be at that age out and about. But no, I mean, they stay busy now, luckily, like whether it's sports or like we have the Nazaro Center, thank God.
So now this is like a repeat of your childhood. They love to be there.
They do and don't, because it's it's a lot of change going on there. Like I remember we were discussing, like I'm on the Nazaro. It's called NEO now, North Ender Youth Organization. I'm the president. It's like the old Nazaro Center Council. Like,
okay.
So we run the after school, and we run the summer camps and like any field trips and stuff like that. When we during COVID, when like the building wasn't open and it was open, and we're like, we have nowhere to send these kids. You know what I mean? This is crazy. And I always say, like, we had less money when I was younger. We had more options. Like now we have all this money in the city, especially in this neighborhood, and we couldn't even get, look at the build. I mean, yes, and now we have a new building hopefully coming, but it's, the basketball court upstairs in the gym isn't like regulation size for like our CYO. It's just, there's a lot more kids, and so, but it's hard to like get staff. City employees, they don't, you have to work, you have to live in the city, but then they don't pay you a lot. So it's like, so we're always trying to raise money for them so we can run programs for the kids. But my youngest is at after school now, but he's like, I'm bored. So they'll go and they'll play at the gym. He does homework, and then he'll come home, even if it's an hour and a half from school, and then just come home for, by 5. It's fine, but it goes till 6. And in the summer it's good because they'll have field trips and stuff. They go to the pool to swim, and you just have to keep them busy. It's really your main goal as a parent, just to keep these kids busy, out of trouble.
That's the secret to it.
Yeah, and just like wear them down so they pass out when they get home. I try. Now I go to sleep before my oldest kid. I'm like, I'm done.
There's a lot. I mean, I love that about the North End. There's a lot of families. I don't think you see that in the other neighborhoods as much.
Yeah. I mean, like Charlestown's great too. There's I was just there actually today.
That is true, yeah.
And again, a lot of people stayed and like raised their kids, like even down here. There's like my youngest, like even Paolo's age 12, and like Luca is 9. There's a ton of kids that stay. Like, like before it was like, you grow, you come here after college, the yuppies, whatever.
Yes.
And then you move, you get married and you move to the suburbs. Like now people want to stay in the city, or, you work in the city. Why do you want to travel and commute into town? I mean, of course, it's nice to have like a yard and all that stuff, but a lot of people are choosing to live, like a lot of my, my kids' friends, like I'm friends with these parents now, like they love it here.
Yeah.
They love this whole thing. They love the North End. Like, oh my God, I love it down here. Like, they know the old ladies up the street now. Like, they know the guys at the coffee shop. You know what I mean? It is family, even if you're not family. You know, there's enough of us like that are staying. And like I always joke, I'm like, I have friends who like been here 20 years. I'm like, you're not a North Ender. She's like, when am I gonna finally be? I'm like, never. But we'll accept you. Because you've been here long enough, you know. She's ready to live and die here at this point, but
right, okay. Because I've been here for almost 9 years now. How long does one have to be here?
You're on probation still. We have to.
Okay. When does that end?
Oh, we have to see. We'll have to see where your donations have been going and what you've been. I mean, this is a good one. You're doing all right, Alexandra.
Okay. This is really why I did it, so I can get off probation.
Get some brownie points. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I mean, listen. Thank God we have people that are staying in the neighborhood because it's a safe community. It's, we're successful. Like all these businesses, like look at all the places that are still opening up. Like, you walk up Newbury Street, there's still empty storefronts. Downtown Crossing's gross.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So thank God we have people that stay. They're paying their taxes. They're paying the rents or they're buying condos. And I just wish everyone could afford to come back, Yeah. The family aspect it is great. And you just like, it takes a village and it really like, we have like text change. It's like, drop your kid, don't worry about it. Or I'm running late. Can you grab, especially like I'm across the street. When they were younger, I'm like, I'm across the street. I have a bunch of friends. I'm like, you're coming from Charlestown. I'm like, if you need me to grab your kid or if your son's sick, I can grab him. Or if you forgot something, I'm here. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and vice versa. Like it's a good community in that sense for families and young families. But it's good. Like you see all these kids grow up now and like some of them are now working at Nazaro as like counselors. It's so, I'm like, kids you babysat are now in college. It's wild. Like you had Serena.
Yes.
She's watched my kids. All of the girls have watched my kids. Even John watched my kids.
Really?
Yeah. Great family.
Yeah, they're the
I
best.
love them. And it's great that we stay in, like we always used to joke, my parents, they have a house in Rhode Island, like, and my mom's like, I could never live here. It's too quiet. Like, she has to be able to, like, walk around. Like, she's put more miles on her. My mother puts more steps. She's all over the place.
You know what? That's a secret, though, I think, because we have, as well as, like, young families, that's amazing. We also have a lot of, like, older people.
Yeah.
I think it puts it in perspective, because, I don't know, I used to think maybe somebody in their 70s was, like, old, and I'm younger now, but I'm like, no, like, they're not that old. Like, they have 50, a lot of life.
And I'm like, oh, God, yeah. My mother, I don't know how she'll come to my house. She's like, 5 minutes, like, beds are made. She's putting a load of laundry, and I'm like, still sitting there with my coffee. I'm like, what the hell? It's a different, they don't make them like that anymore, I tell you.
Yeah.
That generation, too, like, their kids, like, maybe their older kids, like, they wanted them to, like, grow, raise them here, and then, like, go buy your house and do, like, all the things you're supposed to do, so, like, they're still here, and maybe their kids don't live here. I mean, we're an exception. There's a couple, handful of families that are still, but, because that's, like, you made well, like, you left the neighborhood and you built a home and whatever, all this stuff, but, now it's, like, what really is important,
Yeah, I think people are starting to figure that out, and I don't blame those people at all.
Oh, God, listen, I love when I visit my friend. I'm like, I'm in the country. It's like the backyard and, like, birds that aren't pigeons. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah. Or even just more like that older generation that was their dream to leave. And I'm like, okay, well, I can appreciate, like, wanting a house with your own bathroom and a shower.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not sharing it with your brothers. And
I don't blame you. Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, and you have a driveway. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I grew up. But, it was different because, I don't know. Yeah, when you were bored, I mean, we had our neighbors, but we were kind of on this cul-de-sac, like, set back. Yeah. So, I mean, we would, like, make up things to do, I guess. But it wasn't, like, we're here, everything's at your fingertips. There weren't, like, places you could walk to.
The accessibility of everything. I mean, you don't even need the car. You just go food shopping. And, I mean, you really don't. It's, and I know people, in my building, like, people have moved in, like, younger kids, and they're like, oh, we sold the car, we don't need it, I'm like, it's, we work in the city, or we'll just Uber if we have to go somewhere, to each his own. But no, it's an amazing place, and I love that you're doing this, like, to document stuff, because there's so many stories to be told.
Yeah.
Like, I wish my grandmother was still around. She'd be like,
I wish was too. Yeah.
She was the best. She'd tell you stories about her generation and, like, what they did, and But no, there's a lot of untold stories down here in history that, like, I even find out about. I'm like, oh my God, that happened, or
Yeah.
So I appreciate it that you're doing this for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So maybe be off probation soon.
Oh wow. Well,
I'm liking it.
love it. So, what do you want to see out of the North End, kind of moving forward into the next generation or whatever it is, into the future?
Yeah. Well, I'm super excited about our new community center. We're going to hope the city's going to be building for us, and it's
okay. Let's talk about that, because you know what? Like, I get, people find me through the page or whatever, and I get asked about that a lot, and I really don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, no, they're starting to do the community meetings. It's like preliminary stages now. I think they're just like finalizing. I think, don't quote me, like the designs and all that. But it's more. I'm pretty sure it's going to be down where the pool is.
Okay.
Because we need the space, and it's just
where
we'll the existing building will be gone.
Okay.
And they'll like kind of rearrange like where the baby pool is going to be.
Okay.
And where the big pool is in the back, the lap pool as they would call it, or the big pool. Then there's like what we call the 16, which is only 8, the diving, where there used to be diving boards. The second pool in the back, like the deeper pool. So they're going to just do a lot of renovation and build that whole area up.
Okay.
And it'll be much bigger, obviously, than the Nazaro Center.
Waterfront views.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I mean, I'm sure it won't be done. My kids will probably be able to work there. I don't think they'll be able to actually, although you never know, depending what they're going to offer. So that, and the school, we have the Elliott, we have the St. John's, 2 great schools. We're very lucky for that.
Yeah.
And I just hope we can preserve what we can down here, and people don't just treat this neighborhood I used to always say they come in, they move in, and they move out. It's just like nomads. They just kind of come in and then they leave. But I love that there's more families staying. There's more people just choosing to stay down here, even if you don't raise your kids, just to live here.
Right.
It's a great neighborhood. The parking could be better. The streets, we could do better with public works, fixing our streets and stuff like that. The trash. There's a lot of those types of issues. But no, I don't want to see it get oversaturated either.
Yeah.
With the restaurants and all that. I think we're good where we're at. There's we don't need any more.
Yeah.
Whatever empty storefront there is, let's put some type of small business. And trying to think what else we would need down here. We have the dogs now. We have the dog grooming place. We have plenty of restaurants. Bars and stuff like that. I think we're doing all right.
I think so too.
Our church is, St. Leonard's is beautiful.
Oh, that's
Sacred
it's a masterpiece.
Heart. Yeah, it's a beautiful church. And we get the downstairs St. Joseph's Hall, which has been a great asset for us. For Nazaro, we just hosted our a music bingo fundraiser down there. I had my son's communion party down there. I had his first birthday down there. It's a good spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think, keeping it safe and, just keeping it how it is as much as we can, because once it changes, there's no way we're getting it back.
Yeah.
We gentrified enough. I think we're good. Let's leave it as is. I don't want to become the South End's just.
Oh God, no. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That I do.
Great.